On the Justice Court, the plaintiff is asking the court to compel her husband to be responsible for the upkeep of their 3 children.
I noticed because your claim here is, negligence of duty towards his children. And he's claiming that up to the time when you change the school of the children.
It's a lie. Early 2023, we discovered that a guy was sexually molesting my daughter in the house. It was that bad that my daughter was sleeping on the bed. The boy, a 17-year-old boy, then my daughter was 10, came into the house, climbed on her. And I called him, I told him. He didn't do anything about it. He just called the father of the boy and told the father of the boy. I was looking, nothing was happening.
This life is not all the time it will be sweet. Whenever it's a little bit,
Then there are challenges.
when there's challenges, we go
You face it.
face it. But when it's sweet, happening, nobody hears our voice. So
Sorry, he said I knew. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Just wait.
that's
wait.
nice.
On this issue, because it's something that have to be resolved. It's beyond what we have before the court. I can see your face has changed. And you are older. I want you to handle this in a very matured manner. Do you understand me? I'll refer to you, 2 of you, to professional marriage counselor. This pain has to be healed so that the 2 of you can co-parent very well. And at the same time, raise all these children in such a manner that there will not be empty or division between all the children.
And as I'm talking now, as I'm talking, possibly that the younger one now, they will be with the senior one, if I'm not mistaken. She's the one that tried to.
That's why I said,
So,
you see,
what for?
the things you have seen to come to that conclusion, I want you to express it to a professional.
You provide for one, you did not provide for the other.
No, that's not his position.
Don't,
That is the position. I am in it.
You
I am the one that is in it.
You know what?
Your Honor,
Yes.
Your Honor, please, man. You no need to drag this in so much as it's already been, he said, I'm not taking responsibility of the children, right?
I've not gone there. We've not even reached that stage.
If
We haven't.
no, instead of saying we are dragging the issue, because now that I'm not responsible or whatever, you should respect me. If you can allow my children for me, then I'll take that, because all these things that I will do, because I will not.
You know what?
Please,
I
I don't.
You know what the position of the law is when it comes to the age of 13, 11, and 7. I'm correct.
Yes.
They are underage. They are underage. So the court will only allow her to have custody at this age, but you must always have access. I've not even come to that position of where we're talking about denying him access to
He's
the children.
lying.
Because you expect him to be giving you up.
Am I lying because of that one?
He's lying.
To the extent I go to that was the day I want to have a Thanksgiving in the church. I told her that I want the children to come to me. She said, no, even I'll go and meet her in the church. She shut on me in outside of the church. I just, please.
You have any father?
please.
You have another father for those children?
He's lying.
No.
How many times? You know,
I don't want to hear that.
I
don't want you to repeat that
said
statement. Is
their
lying.
mother
Do you
not
understand?
allowed them
lying.
to come to me. So what do you want? What
lying.
for? So now I expect him to
lying.
put hand to my pocket and give you money.
If you do
Is that
the
possible?
things you ought to do, I don't
Who
think
does that?
there is need for all this.
Huh.
When I left, I called you. I said we brought these children to this world together.
Okay, don't
let us see how we can co-parent. How much
Sure.
can you afford to bring? You said because I said I'm no longer interested in marriage, I should not come and ask you for money. I went with my pastor to his pastor to go and ask. They called him. Okay, the pastor said, with all this money, this woman said he has spent is a lot of money. You must take part in it. When we got there, he told the pastor that he has heard that any amount he has My sister was there. My sister said, any amount is
Were
not.
you there?
I was there. My dad said was any amount is not it's not in 10 naira is any amount, 100,000 is any amount. Mention what you can give them if it is weekly or
You know what?
monthly.
You know what? Just calm down. I want the two of you to calm down.
That day was talking.
I said,
The children were helping me in
Did
the
you
shop.
just hear me? I don't want you to ask you to just keep
Let them
quiet.
come and do Thanksgiving.
You have to calm
Helping you
down.
in the shop. When you're helping you in the shop, why are you asking for money now? You're helping you in the shop. Have you? You're asking for money.
I'm just helping your life.
I beg. You're helping yourself.
I'm helping your life.
Yourself.
Okay. I want you to be quiet.
However, I hear you.
You keep quiet. I don't want to hear anything from the two of you again. You are behaving like babies.
The plaintiff, Annette Abimbola, said her husband has a child before they got married, and somehow he has been able to fund the schooling of their child in a private university. She requested that her husband also find means to pay for schooling of the children she has for him. The defendant, Ayodele Emmanuel Adegun, claims that nothing about his first son is hidden to Annette. He alleges that Annette changed their children's schools without his consent and takes decision to do whatever pleases her or wants financial support from him. Judge Fumi continues to mediate in this matter.
My daughter that was in Badagry, that was in boarding school, I had to withdraw because I couldn't pay. Bring money, refused to bring money.
Adegun, you want the child back in that school?
Now, as if that I know that if you want to go back to that's back to that school now. Be as if that you want to start at fresh.
It's a new session, not this session. Let her round up this session where she is, so that she will start the next session from that school. What is it?
He cannot bear the financial burden. He's just making noise.
You just
Because
keep quiet.
hostel requirement.
You have to watch what you are saying. Just keep quiet. Let's resolve this. Who was paying the school fees before? Are you the one paying?
Are you the one paying the school fee for
He
the
paid school fees.
He paid
Are you the one paying? What are the things why are you telling me?
I buy
What are you
all that
doing?
things.
And then you still keep
Are you the
buying
one
the
that paid
other
this?
things.
All the
We spend
necessary
more than
are you
70,000
the one
for
responsible
one
for it?
That is not your problem. He's the
If
one
it's-
paying. If
that's
he
what
says he
I'm
can
saying.
pay, you
If
wait.
he can
Let him
pay.
now. Stop interjecting him. Let him
I'm
finish.
saying is-
Let him tell me whether he can pay or not. Just keep quiet for now. Let me listen to him.
It's not
We're
just the
talking.
school
I
fees.
said keep quiet. Adegun, I'm listening to you. And don't interject me, otherwise I'll send you out of the courtroom. When we are through and I need to ask you to come inside. Stop interjecting. Let's get to the root of this. When you came here, you mentioned earlier on, he can't pay school fees. He said he's ready to pay. You said you don't mind the child going back to the former school and in the boarding house. He agreed to that as well.
You don't want this girl to go back to that school. That's what you want her to stay with her shop, with her in the shop. That's what she wants.
She didn't say that.
That's what she wants.
But she said she's ready to let the girl go back to the former school in the boarding house.
Why did you remove this girl from the school from the beginning?
Look, I told you, whatever has happened, I'm not interested. It's from this point forward. You can't be having issues and be using the children's life and future to play prank up and down. Just because the two of you are having issues with yourself. It doesn't work that way. Now, the school where that same child is right now, do you know how much he's paying there?
Which
No
one?
school fees.
Which
It's
one?
free.
Which one?
It's free school.
Yes.
So it's just the boarding house that will be incurred if the child goes back to the other one. She said where the child is now is free. So for me, you've both agreed that the first child could go back to the boarding house there, which is okay. So, Adegun, as I said earlier on, let's know what the procedure, whether it's something that can be worked out and everything. That's pertaining to that. Then the other two children, their school is free as well.
No.
So how much are you paying right now?
The eldest one that's in secondary school pays 24,000. The
The
youngest,
second one,
yes.
24. The last
the
one,
youngest one is paying 43,000.
the youngest is paying for 3,000. How much were you paying for them? Where they were before? The middle and the last.
Middle, you are paying 25,000.
For the two of them. How much were you paying for the two of them?
Two of them is 50,000.
For the two of them now, how much?
60. 67,000.
50 to 67, right?
They were both in primary school. Then now one has gone to
I understand. 50 to 67, the margin is not much. You know why I said that? You know? Do you know the school they are?
Yes.
You do. You go to the school directly.
Like last time for one of this. This one for February.
That's the new school.
A new school for the
Where
second
they
one.
are now?
Second one.
Where the second one is right now?
Yes.
Okay, this is the 24. He has paid for the new school. He paid on 21st February. Show it to her.
The reason why I came.
No problem. It's sorted out. How about the third child? Give it to her. Let her see.
I've seen it. I
You've seen
received it.
You received. Okay.
Oh,
He sent the.
He did not send it when we went to the school.
Okay, we were told.
So the.
How about the third child? Has he paid for that one too?
No,
Have you paid for the third child?
No.
How much is the school fees for that one?
43,000.
You know what? We have 13, 11, and 7. 13 is going to boarding house from what we've agreed on,
Yes.
which is okay. 11 is the one you have paid for,
Yes.
right? So it's only the one for 7
Yes.
that we have outstanding now.
Yes.
So I ask you, why haven't you paid for the 7? Because I noticed we've agreed on the first, we've sorted out the second because you've paid already. So now the 7-year-old, what is the position on that? That's why I'm asking.
That last one, the reason why that because when he changed the school without my consent.
Okay. Now, you know what? You are angry with her, but I don't want you to visit that on your son. Do you understand me? Because if you don't pay, if she cannot pay, you know the party to have on the child. I wouldn't want that boy to start repeating class because of school fees.
You will not.
Thank you. So help me sort that one too. Do you understand? For the third one. So we know the children they have all been taken care of pertaining to the school. So what arrangement do you have for their medical, if they have any? Do you have a hospital you want them to be going that you want to provide? Are you on HMO? No.
Ma?
You're working for yourself.
Yes.
Do you have any hospital that you want to give? Anytime you go to the, you know what, Adego, pertaining to the medical bill, are you listening to me?
I'm with you, man.
If they have any issue medically or on the medical ground,
Yes.
if there's any issue, and you take them to the hospital, which hospital were you using when you were together?
General hospital.
What do you say? General hospital.
Hospital.
So when she goes, you go to the nearest public hospital. And if there's payment to be made, Adegu,
I'm with
you pay to the hospital. You have the choice. You can send the money to her. But this court will always insist that you pay to the hospital. But it's the arrangement between you. You can make payment. You pick the bills. That's the ultimate. You have something to say, Annette?
Anytime the children are sick, when you call him, you say I should go and give them lime. I don't.
No, I just said, we
the
just agreed now you
the
go
reason
to the
why I
nearest
came
hospital.
here- The reason why I came is, let us come to a concession on how much will he be bringing for the children's upkeep. Is it monthly or weekly?
No.
The children, they are
No,
eating.
you can't. You want to be a judge in your own cause.
No, the
Then
children
go
are
ahead.
eating.
I'll sit down. Give me judgment that you
No,
want.
Your Honor, the children are eating. Is it not going to be part of their...
How many things have we addressed? Have I given my judgment? Have I given my ruling?
That was why I came.
So, should I ask him not to touch school fees, not to touch medical?
No.
And let me tell you, he will not pay you. He will not pay school fees through you. I've never
I
given
don't
that.
even want it.
He will not pay medical through you.
I don't
It's not
want
possible.
it.
He will not pay for your rent where you are.
He knows that I don't need
grant
his
that.
money.
For upkeep, you don't need his money. So why are you
I
here?
don't need his money. But let him.
oh.
So why are we here?
Tomorrow they are going to say these
If you
children
don't-
are his.
Let me tell you one thing. I don't
they are
waste
going
my
to say these
time.
children are his.
I've spent about an hour on this case. If you know you don't need his money, you want me to throughout the case.
should just take
I'm
care of
at a
his
point
children.
of I can throw it out. You don't want his money because all I can see here for me is about money.
He should take
Money
care of
for the
his
children's
children. It's
upkeep
just-
and maintenance.
That's just it, not for me.
He should do what?
He should
Of course,
take
if you
off.
can't-
That's why I came.
the law will not ask him to give you money for your own upkeep.
Hey,
He's
I
not
don't even
responsible
need
for
it.
you.
I don't even need his
You are
money for my
responsible
upkeep.
for yourself.
When we were together, he wasn't taking care of me.
I don't
So
Naturu.
The two of you are just.
you come here to
They are
lie
just,
for no reason. Why are you
what do I
telling
call
lies?
you?
If you know you have done the right thing, there's no need to lie.
Bimbola, you want your husband to take care of your children's school fees,
Yes, Your Honor.
medical bill,
Yes,
upkeep.
yes.
How many things did I mention?
3 things.
How many have I addressed? Have I concluded?
No.
You have to calm down. You have to calm down. And wherever the children are, the two of you should be able to have access to them in school. You can go to the school, and you too, if in school you've taken them to, you introduce him to them as the father of the children so that he can have them. Or will you want him to come and check them in the house?
He goes to their school. I did not deny him from seeing the children. He goes to their
Do you
school.
see them in school?
I do.
Then, holiday period, how do you handle that?
The other time, the two of them went to spend holiday with him. Where is now the denial? I said I deny him access.
They come for holiday,
Not holiday.
not holiday.
Not for holiday.
They just come for weekend.
Not for holiday.
For what?
It, during that time, for even though it was, we fought before they were able to come.
You know what? Leave that. You see what I want to say? Bimbola, Annette, you know what? Adegun, hold on. Bimbola, you have the first choice. Holiday period, do you want to have them for the first half of the holiday?
If they want to stay with him, let them stay.
Throughout.
If they want to stay throughout, let them
Come
stay.
about. Come about. Come about.
Let them stay.
be
The
coming.
only thing I
Come
don't
about.
want is he should
Let
not
them-
take my children to any relative and leave them there.
Let them come.
You should not go and take them to.
He should not take them to any of his relatives and leave them there. Let them be with him.
He's not saying
This is my
that.
take.
You know what?
Let them come.
You know,
Ale.
you know what, Adegun?
Yes,
You are the father. She's the mother. Do you understand me? The welfare of your children is paramount.
very, very.
I don't expect either of you to expose your children to danger anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll tell you one thing. If he travels with the children to his relative place and they all spend the night there and leave the following day, because you can't ask, as much as your own people are the relative, his own people are relative too. But what you are saying that don't leave them there. If they are with you, let them live with you. Do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
understand. I understand.
It's okay by you.
Very, very.
You just want to have the children. You are looking forward to having the children with you. Bibola,
I want to please let him understand that when the children are with him, there are certain things he does not say. He told my first daughter that it was the decision I took that scattered his life. I just decided I don't want to continue to suffer.
you know what I want to say?
That's number one. Number two, last week, my 7-year-old boy told me that because I'm punishing the father, that is why God is punishing me. Where is that coming from? He said the father told him.
Is he, I'm the one told him.
That's what the boy said, 7 years old. That's what I had no reason to lie. They are my children. I have no reason to lie and bring them into it.
I'm glad this came out because now, without you even saying it, I mean, without us getting to this point, I know that the two of you need professional guidance. You need it. So the two of you have to go there. It's not for you. It's for the children. I've said it before. Go to the professional marriage counselor 3 children upkeep, how much do you want to be giving? I don't want to. You know the size of your pocket. You know how much you've been spending on them. You were both living together before. You have an idea of how much it will cost. You know the reality of Nigeria right now, where all of us are, because you are feeding. So, welfare of the children.
Actually, I know how things it is right now. At the same time, not that my own business also come up as well as, but I believe, to me, with God everything is possible. But I will not promise what I will not be able to. That at the end of the day, see what you said, do. I might say it might be a little thing, maybe in future when things come up. Like,
Let
but
me,
for now,
all this prophecy or sermon, I don't know what it's all about. Ask a direct question. You know what? This is how much I can afford.
maybe I'll be giving them 10,000.
Pardon? How much?
10,000.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Wait, Adegu.
Yes, ma'am.
Abimbola Adegu, you are both Yoruba. So apparently, you are not. How come you're Abimbola? Annette, no problem. What kind of food do you make for the children? Or you used to cook for him? You don't prepare Yoruba food for him. You don't prepare amala and all this stuff. He's going to give you this and this. You have 3 children. Let me write out what you want the 3 of them to feed in the morning. Put the price in front. Afternoon, just do 1 week. Once you have for 1 week, she can repeat that on weekly basis throughout the month. 10,000 naira. You need this and this, or you want us to discuss again?
I will make it 30,000. But for now, on that, because
That's average of 300 naira per day. So 100 naira in the morning, 100 naira in the afternoon, 100 naira in the night.
not that or anything, I'm just playing. Let me start with that first. Because I don't want
We
to.
want to start with 30. For how many months we want to pay to 30? And after the 30, at what point are you increasing and to how much?
Let me have, yeah, let me play for the first 3 months first. From July, let me make it like 50-50.
You start paying 50,000 naira per month.
Ma?
You start paying 50,000 naira per month thereafter. Is that acceptable to you?
No,
Why?
I spend 40,000 and more in a week.
Per week?
Yes, you should be able to at least give us for 1 week.
You know what? By 3 months' time, you'll start giving 50,000 naira. So it's taking care of the medical. It's taking care of the school fees. Whatever is going to give you for the maintenance of the children, I'll expect you to still add something to it because you are equally working. Only that I don't expect it to be the same. But if along the line you find out that his source of income has increased, his lifestyle has gone up there, do you understand? And you know he should be able to afford much more than that. Anything to do with the children is subject to review anytime until they become an adult.
He can afford it. He's just saying he does not want. He told me he's not working, that he does not have money.
When you were
If I
living
play to
together,
wherever he
when you were
tried
living
to-
together, how much was he giving you for upkeep?
he was giving us 5,000 naira for a week.
5,000 naira.
When he was bringing money, He was giving us 5,000 for it.
So that's 20,000 naira per month
Yes.
that I was giving you.
Yes.
And we were buying food stuff in the house.
When we haven't buying food stuff, we go and buy.
But you were
one
managing
week
with 20,000 naira then. And he wants to be giving you 50,000 naira now. And you are still
Then
complaining.
the week of rice was 300. Now it's 15.
Oh,
That's why I said you still
the
have
bag
to
of rice that you
subsidize.
buy in the house. So you
You still have to subsidize. And you know, I said this. If you have serious issues, I said you can always come back for review.
Judge Fumi helps both parties to reach amicable settlement and encourages them to use the services of a counselor on co-parenting. After the break, Judge Fumi rules.
This is my judgment. The two parties, you've both agreed that the first child of the marriage will be placed back in the former school and the boarding house at the completion of this session. And the dad will take care of the school fees henceforth from that point in time. And for the second born, that is 11 years old, the dad will keep on paying the school fees as it is. And they will pay the school fees for the last child of the marriage as well. With regard to the medical bills, the mother will notify their dad when they have medical issues. And if there is an emergency, you pick up the payments to the public hospital unless you decide to take them. You know, something might warrant you're taking them to the private hospital. That's at your own call. You pay directly to the hospital. That's the father. And with regards to the upkeep, you are going to be paying the sum of 30,000 naira for April, May, and June 2024. Then from July henceforth, the sum of 50,000 naira. So for the month of April, May, and June, you are going to pay that 30,000 naira. The court will advance 20,000 naira on monthly basis to you for the welfare of that children. That's my judgment.
All right.
Thank you very much.
If your baby daddy is denying paternity of the child to avoid upkeep, or you suspect misattributed paternity situations, submit your case online at www.thejusticescourt.com for a prompt resolution of the matter.